I know it's been quite some time since we last uploaded a video, but today we are here with someone here. As you can see, her name is Siddhi Bhalla, and she is someone who is not very much into science. So she's a common person, and she will be commenting on what science is to her, or if you're a viewer and you're not very much into the field of astrophysics, of science, then what is science to you? And actually, I wanted to explore it more, and hopefully you also want to. So she is someone associated with commerce, and she studied academic science till grade 10. Though I don't consider academic science to be real science because it is just paper. Okay, so without any further ado, let's jump right into it.
To me to be a part of this video.
भाई, अगला क्वेश्चन क्या पूछना है?
Life goes on and on and on. Ouch! मेरे तो पैर गया.
Such chances, and I'd love to
बस
interact.
एक मिनट.
So first, disclaimer that we are actually good friends, so we might start speaking in a native language, which is Hindi. So don't mind it. I'll try and translate it in English if you are not very much acquainted with this language. So thoda we might speak.
थोड़ा.
Thoda. So now, let me just start with a very basic question. What is science according to you? Like in your words.
Science, something fiction related to science, or actually everything is science. According to me, whole world is science. Whole world is depend on science. Actually, in every situation, or actually we for a physical or emotional also for a particular human being, it's being emotional or it's being physical. That is also related to science. So science is basically everything. What we do in our daily life is science, according to a common person, according to me.
Yeah, so very well. Then why did you choose commerce and not science? Science is everything.
This is a very common question. I choose commerce from my purpose because actually there are many of us many parents say that choose science, there will be a great scope, you will be a doctor, you will get a good salary, you will get a good respect. But as compared to science, commerce is neglected. You know it
In
very
India,
well.
not anywhere else.
Yes, in India, actually in India. But I think that I'm studying commerce, I feel like it's very good. I'm not talking about that science is not good. Commerce is very good. And from my side, commerce have many options. We can do different things. We have different guidelines in commerce as compared to science. We get to know that science is basically, you can do doctors, only doctors from science, or engineering from science. As
I'm
I
not becoming a
personally,
doctor or an engineer.
I personally not think, but my parents or your parents or every parent thinks that science is only that you can do engineering or you can do NEET. That's all. But I think that science have different many options. But I choose commerce because I have to study a new thing. I don't have to take maths because I hate maths. Not that much, but yes.
Okay,
And
so you're very
commerce
much
is an
trash
interesting.
to me in this case. But yeah, you should always choose what interests you, what brings you joy,
Yes, yes,
and you love doing it. It's not a burden to you, and it's
yes.
not like you are just, ragad rahe ho khud ko.
नहीं,
You
yes.
you don't need to be like that. Okay, so now this is quite a complicated question. And like not like you have to explain me any theory or anything, but
Okay.
does it fascinate you when you hear about our external space, about space science? Like, I know that space science is not at all, not even a bit of it is taught in school. Maybe if you
Yes.
take up science in college on that level, then they will teach you, but in school it is not even touched. So does it fascinate you to hear about it from anyone? Like, what is it like when you hear about Earth-like planets, about solar system, about sun, about black holes? Maybe you don't hear about everything, but about some. And what are your thoughts which come to your mind?
I will say that when I always hear about that someone is speaking about science, especially you only, I think that I'm not related to it. I think that it's just useless from my side because I've never heard. I've never think of it also. Little bit, it's like, when I get to know more, I feel it's very good. It's very interesting. You get to know about the reality, about the planets. Because in school, there is no such thing that they should teach us about planets. They should, but they
Don't.
shouldn't. But from my side, from very first, it's like that this is useless. इसपे कुछ अच्छा नहीं है, कुछ sound अच्छा नहीं कर रहा है, planets के बारे में कौन पढ़ता है, and all things. But as we get into it, as we get to more about it, it's become interesting. It's become good. But yes, we should all just focus on it, and we should get to know about the different realities, different planets, what they are doing in our Earth, what is the importance of them, because they are also a part of our life. So yes.
Right. So, as you said that it initially nothing sounds interesting to you other than your subject. Like, if someone talks to me about commerce, at first I wouldn't be interested about it, or accounts, at
Yes.
first I wouldn't be interested about it. Maybe about psychology as well. But when someone just talks to me about physics, maybe I'm into the conversation forever.
Yes.
But with time, I might learn commerce, and I might also be interested in that subject, including
That's-
physics.
Yes.
So that's something which
completely-
is very human-like, and which entirely depends on you. But you should never do something which you don't like, and that's why I didn't choose commerce. And that's why I didn't choose anything else.
No, but there is one more thing, Shruti, that we should know about everything, little bit for everything.
Yeah,
You should know about commerce. You should
that's
know
why you
about
should make friends from every stream.
yes, yes.
Everyone-
That's too much. No, but yes, you should know about commerce, or I should know more about what is science, what is physics, because till 10th we know that there is physics, chemistry, and bio. But as soon as we get in 11th or 12th, we get to know more about what is physics, what is bio, and what is chemistry. So we should know a little bit of every subject. That's important in our life.
Right. So the next question which I wanted to talk about is, what do you think are the career options in science as a common person? As a common
guess-
person, what do you think that a person
Okay.
who has selected science can take up as a career?
As I said before, as a common person, from beginning, we get to know that science is only we can go for engineering, something. We can go for JE. We can go for NEET, MBBS, and we can go for there are different career options in science, but we as a common person don't know about anything about science. Our parents told that science is always engineering, NEET, बस हो गया खत्म. इन दोनों में जाना है और साइंस से कोई मतलब नहीं है हम लोगों
ऐसे
को.
science maybe whatever we think about the career someone related to commerce, we just think about the top notch, top 3
Top,
of
yes.
India, that is CA, chartered accountant,
Okay.
What do you think can the origin of universe be? One obvious answer, Big Bang. Other than that, do you think about anything else?
No, nothing.
So you just think that
This Big Bang also I heard from you only.
oh, you
Before
didn't.
that, I haven't.
So the origin of the universe. I don't know if you know that there are 10,000 theories on origin of the universe, and the most accepted one is Big Bang because it was the most obvious theory. And just not that, when this Big Bang theory was given, the people on earth trusted more on church, that is on religion, than science. So some scientists like Galileo Galilei proposed very much better theories than Big Bang and before it was proposed. But Big Bang was accepted because it left a possibility of God to exist. Because
Okay.
according to a Big Bang, a small sized particle burst into the entire universe. So the energy which was given to that particle is actually considered to be given by God. That's why the church accepted the Big Bang theory and it was published. That's why. But I just think that it is trash. It is really very trash theory because from this sized particle, which is singularity, black hole can be formed, but not the entire universe. There are very much better theories proposed in today's date, like Stephen Hawking's theory, like Turok theory, which I don't want to explain right now. Otherwise, you're gonna sleep most probably. But the church was very much corrupt at that time, as you read about the Renaissance movement. So like that, the church was dominant over science. So science was not always a leader. Okay. So my next question is, what do you think about the scientists who are atheists?
Mm,
See, because I'll tell you one data rather, that
mm,
90% of people are religious. 90% of people on the earth are religious, but only
yes.
7% of scientists are religious. Out of the people,
Okay.
all the people, if you just take out scientists, then only 7% of them are religious because they know very much about facts, about what actually is rather than what they think can be. So,
Mm.
what is your thought about atheists?
First, I am not,
Yeah,
and
I
I
know.
do believe in God very much. But as compared to you said that scientists, actually they have choose science only because that they will get to know that what is God basically. They ask what is God, that God is there or not. As a common person, we don't have science. We, our mothers, our fathers, everyone is like ऊपर वाला है, everything will be solved. Problems आती हैं, solutions भी आते हैं. That's a common thing. But as a student of science, you will get to know more about that what is God
If he is.
and if he is. As if you are asking to me that I do believe in God and I will always. For some part of my life, I don't, but yes, most of the time I do believe in God. That's common thing. That's all human beings do.
Yeah, so every person around me believes in God, and even every member of my family is too much into God. But I'm not because I'm more
That's
into.
completely fine,
Yeah,
Shruti.
that's actually
Because
completely fine, and that's your personal opinion.
yes, that's
And
true.
I just don't spit facts everywhere because I don't want to disrupt anybody's faith. Because what I think of God as a science person is that it is some form of energy which
Hmm.
gives you a thinking that if my energy does not work, then this energy can help me do this thing. This is what I sometimes think of it like. Why do just people stand there? And one thing I just hate about this thing is that God, instead of uniting us, divided us. So, this was all about it. This was all about what a person thinks about science and what does a science person also thinks about science a little bit. But I just wanted to grasp what you might be thinking when you hear me speaking about science, speaking about practicality, about facts, and what is going in your mind. So she was here to help me with this.
Thank you so much for having me here, and I feel great to share my opinions with you all. And I hope that I will be there in more many videos. So
You're
thank you,
welcome.
Shruti, for having me here, and it's been a very nice talk with you and the people. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.